it's Nerve. So by now I would assume that most everyone in the Call of Duty community has heard that 2017's CoD is going to be unlike the futuristic games that we've seen over the past several years. Activision released their quarterly statement, and included with it was a teaser saying that this year's game was going to go back to its roots. This would obviously imply that the game will be boots on ground and probably take place somewhere during the World War II to Vietnam time period. For me, though, when they say back to its roots, it means a lot more than simply the movement mechanics and time period. All things considered, I wanted to discuss what I feel the backbone of the Call of Duty franchise is, at least or was, and decided to boot up some Black Ops 1 for old time's sake. I was trying to find some core servers to play in, but ended up having to settle on hardcore, and I'll explain why a little bit later. To me, the most important principles that initially made Call of Duty so popular involved their dedication to the community. Black Ops 1 was the last game in the series to have a true dedicated server browser as their go-to system for finding matches. This gave players the ability to find servers that were close to their region so they can ensure a smooth gameplay experience. And if you paid for a server, you also had the ability to monitor player activity, and if somebody was cheating, they could be kicked and banned quickly and easily. In recent years, even though they've switched almost completely to various forms of lobby system or lobby style matchmaking, there have been times where servers still been a secondary option, much like they were during the later parts of Modern Warfare 3's life cycle. The issue was that they weren't ranked, so people couldn't level up that way, which caused most people to simply keep using the lobby side instead. I've said it before, I still don't quite understand why Activision prefers the lobby system over the dedicated server browsers, especially from a financial standpoint. To me, it would seem like they would save money if they had to run less servers themselves, because the players were paying for and hosting them on their own. It also helps to prevent cheating and douchebaggery from occurring, as admins are usually active at most times on their servers as well. Some people have mentioned that the use of a lobby system has more to do with control over what players are able to do and less about money, but I'm not sure I would agree that control is more important to Activision than money. Money most definitely seems to be their deciding factor, so hopefully we see a return to the server browser system one day, sooner than later. Black Ops 1 was also the last time that we saw large teams in standard modes as well. I'm pretty sure that 8 versus 8 or 9 versus 9 were the standard team sizes in Black Ops 1. I've always enjoyed Ground War because of that, and it was nice not having to play Ground War to finally find enemy players easily and often. It made the matches more exciting and engaging. And while there were DLC packs in Black Ops 1, there weren't any supply drops or extremely ridiculous DLC bloat that was specifically aimed at robbing players. This was back during a time period when expansion packs were just starting to be replaced with DLCs, so the money-grabbing concepts that companies use frequently today weren't really an issue at that time. Kind of makes me feel like an old man telling stories of his glory days. When I was your age, guns were included. We didn't have all these newfangled supply drops and random number-generated schemes to steal money from children. It's true, though. It really was a simpler time, and that is what going back to its roots means to me, which I doubt the 2017 CoD is going to meet that standard. It may be boots on the ground, it may be during a pre-modern time period, but for me it can't truly be a great game without going back to focusing on player appreciation. At the end of the day, I think that whether most players realize it or not, it's the quality of the game that is most important, not the time period or movement mechanics. That's not to say that the boost jumping in spaceships don't turn people off, but I think that many of the people who've been crying for boots on ground are going to be frustrated when it actually happens and they realize, or at least remember, how much slower paced the games used to be. I personally don't mind the Black Ops 3 style movement system. I think it adds a positive element to the game. Being able to get around the map faster and to engage enemies in new and unique ways is a welcome break from the quarter camping, head glitching ways of the past. My issues with recent games have everything to do with the DLC supply drop bullshit, specialist garbage that caters to noobs, and their reliance on an ancient graphics engine that they just keep upgrading instead of replacing. I could be wrong, but again, I'd assume that much of the hate for current games is more in line with the issues that I have with the game and less to do with the time period and movement system. I guess we'll find out how the community actually reacts this fall. As far as why I'm playing in the hardcore server is concerned, there aren't really many servers still being rented in Black Ops 1, so your options for finding games are limited as it is. I also have some sort of bug with my game as well, because I'm unable to see the server list. I end up having to go to GameTracker.com's website to find the IP addresses of the current game servers, and then paste those addresses into Black Ops 1's game console feature. It's an added annoying step I have to take, but it's whatever. Most of the servers that you can find now are stupid shit like crouch-only ricochet hardcore ridiculousness. You know, I have no idea who'd want to play that crap, but people do. You know, I like to play all the maps as well, but there are only a couple of non-Nuketown servers to choose from. The main server I used to play on was BIA Original Maps, and BIA has 2 servers for the old maps. The problem is that I was banned from their servers years ago for standing up against a douchebag. Some moron kept throwing the word rape around, as many people do for whatever reason. And I happen to personally know women who have dealt with rape, and one of those women was actually on the server at the time when this guy was running his mouth. So I politely asked him to shut the fuck up, and reminded him that for many people, that word brings back unfond memories. I don't remember what was said specifically, but apparently this piece of human excrement was a buddy of the admin, so instead of telling him to chill out, the admin just banned me instead. So yeah, fuck BIA. I don't normally play hardcore matches, but it turned out being a good time anyway, so... Also, some random info. I'm going to be doing 2 newish series on the channel. One's going to be called Leftovers, where I post good older gameplays that I never ended up using for anything, but wanted to share anyway, and one will be a series of short clips. I've already been posting a couple of the short clips, mainly GTA 5 stuff, but I'm making new intros for both of these newish series, and just wanted to let you know to keep an eye out for them. That's all I got for this one, though, and let me know what you guys would want out of a new COD game, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later on. Peace.